the initial consensus has simply been that this puts essentially a floor underneath the oil market. But in the face of this kind of consensus that a recession will hit the global economy by the end of the year, how effective might that floor actually be?
Well, good morning. And yes, that is exactly the problem we're facing right now, that the macroeconomic outlook is still very clouded, still very uncertain. We just had a strong drop report on Friday in the US, pointing to basically leaving the road open for another rate hike. And the market doesn't like that. And the oil market is the same. So we had a pop higher as expected, left a small gap, which has now already been closed. We didn't exceed the May high, basically indicating the market's not really prepared to jump back into the market on the back of this cut. In the comment from the UAE minister, he said this could bring clarity. I think it's bringing anything but clarity, because what will happen when the market starts to speculate about the 1 million barrel coming back to the market? How it's easier to cut than adding barrels back without making an impact. So I think I joined the chorus that talks about a floor in the market, because OPEC is clearly indicating that they want to actively manage production in order to ensure that prices doesn't fall further. But the upside potential seems limited at this point.
But these voluntary cuts have become almost a force of habit, it would seem, from Saudi Arabia. Could you see in the next few meetings a repetition of what we saw this weekend?
I would not think so, because then they'll yield even more market share, and if the economic outlook continues to be as challenged as it is right now, then obviously the demand will be weaker than the market is expecting, and someone has to pay for that, either through lower production or through accepting a lower price. So I think it's going to be very difficult to continue to cut if we don't see any sizable cuts from some of the other major producers at the same time. So the next 6 months is going to be very interesting to follow, that's for sure.